Click, Clack, Moo, I Love You by Doreen Cornyn and Betsy Lewin. I hope you enjoyed this story that we've taken a look at as our inspiration for our own Click, Clack, Moo, I Love You. So let's go ahead and get started making Little Duck. When you get when you get a yellow sheet of construction paper, it's going to be really big. Find the middle of it and go around, drawing around that tracer to help you get the size of your duck. We want it to be nice and big and fill up majority of the paper. Now, once you've got that, you're going to go into making the duck's beak. So it almost reminds me of a nice huge triangle at the top with a smaller one at the bottom, and adding in 2 lines for the nostrils and a couple circles that can be used to make up the eyes. Okay, so if you take a look at the direction sheet that's on the board, it'll go through those steps, and I'll have those posted as well and help you get started making that basic duck face. Now, off to the side of the paper, I want you to draw 2 big ovals. With those ovals, those are going to be used as the duck's wings, as a guide to get us started, with a nice big wavy line for the big arms that make up the duck's arms together. Lastly, at the bottom, we'll do some more wavy lines for the feet and use those as the bottom of our duck. What a great start! Now that we're done in pencil, we'll go on and adding some color into our project. I grabbed some crayons that were orange to give us a little bit of highlights and some yellow to color in the duck's beak. Grabbing some blue crayons, I'm going to go ahead and give the duck some eyes. You can use whatever colors you want and use your crayons to color in any of the duckling parts that you wish. I like to outline this as well. It makes the project really stand out and make it really nice to see. My last step is to grab a pair of scissors and to cut around the shape of the duck. Now, beginning on making the Valentines, grab one of the patterns and 3 pieces of white paper. When you have your pattern of heart, you can go ahead into the different stations that are around the room and begin by making your Valentines. One of the stations is a watercolor resist. When you grab some crayons, you can make whatever pattern that you want to. They don't have to be circles. In fact, diagonal lines or straight lines might be interesting, zigzag lines, or maybe even different shapes instead of circles. Maybe you'll do your patterns of stars. Once you're done with your thick crayon designs on the inside of your heart, grab some paints, add some water, and paint over your crayon lines. Isn't it cool to be able to see your paint and your crayon? The next station, mixing tissue papers together to fill up your heart. As you take your tissue papers, don't just leave them as squares. Maybe you can tear them up into smaller papers to get a more variety of colors that you could use into your heart. It's okay to extend on the outside. And lastly, washable markers. When you grab your markers at this station, again, whatever kind of design that you want to use, you might go back to your patterns of zigzags, straight lines, zigzag lines. It does not have to be a concentric heart like I did. It does not have to be that at all. You might even use the same colors or maybe a pattern of colors. Then, when you're finished with your marker, add a little bit of water. I think you'll really like the way that it looks when it dries. Now, to put it all together, cut your hearts out once they're dry, and we'll start to glue them down to our duck. I just love the way this looks. Click, clack, moo. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.